Here we go. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to the Friday Night Football review for round 9 of the NRL. Let me just adjust the camera real quick. Sorry about that. I just ended my live stream for the Eels Roosters and I didn't really get a chance. I sort of just put the camera down and just started recording. But welcome to the round 9 Friday Night Football review between two games. The Panthers beat the Sharks 48-0. It was like watching footy, training dead set. And the other game, Parramatta beating the Roosters at Bankwest Stadium, 31 points to 18. Hope you guys are doing well on this Friday night. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you're new around here, it's much appreciated. But, man, there was one game of football that was quite good, and the other one was just, honestly, Penrith vs Cronulla was a snooze fest. But let's get into that game real quick. There's not much to talk about in that game. It'll probably be a 1-2 minute review on this one. It all started off well for Penrith. The first try there, to James Fisher-Harris, I thought he was outstanding. He scored the first try for Penrith. Then there was a try to Charlie Staines in the 11th minute. And then Crichton scored. Burton scored. Half-time, Panthers were leading, 24-0. It was getting really out of hand. And then second half, tries to kick out Staines, Eisenhoof. Panthers win the game 48 points to 0, man. The Cronulla Sharks, good grief. They were so bad. The interim coach, Josh Hannay, he dropped Chad Townsend to the bench after about 50 minutes. I went, nah, that's it. You're dropped, mate. We're going to make changes. Moylan's coming on the field. Not that it made any difference at all. I just don't know what on earth is going on at the Sharks. I know they lost John Morris, and I know they're getting Craig Fitzgibbon next year, and I understand that Josh Hannay's the interim coach, but he's honestly got no idea. He's clueless as, and the Sharks players don't care because they know he's not coaching next year, so they're going, oh, we don't care. So, the Penrith Panthers, they were clinical. They were just as good as the Melbourne Storm were against the South Sydney Rabbitohs. They won 50-0 on Thursday night. Penrith went 48-0. I mean, both teams are quality, and, Cronulla, I don't think they'll make the 8. I think they'll be way down the bottom. They've been awful. And Penrith, well, we all know they'll be in the top 4, top 2. They are not known to start the year. They were outstanding. And Cronulla, they were really bad. But my top 3 players on ground for the Panthers versus Sharks game, I'm going to go with number 3. I'm going to go with Brian Toto once again. 309 metres, man. He does the job. I know Charlie Staines scored a couple of tries, but honestly, he scored a hat-trick. But look, honestly, 300 metres on Brian Toto is just insane. So I've got him as number 3. Number 2, I'm going to go with Nathan Cleary. I thought he was very good. And number 1, my man of the match, James Fisher-Harris, man. I thought he had a really strong game. Scored the first try, and, I thought he was very good for the Panthers tonight. They get the win. 48 points still over Cronulla. And the second game, we just saw the Eels 31, the Roosters 18. Now, this game was quite good for a while, but the Roosters, man, the injury toll is getting bigger and bigger. They lost Victor Radley to a concussion. Ikavali broke his, whatever it was, popped his finger. Sam Walker hurt his ankle, but he kept playing on. Drew Hutchison is he's going to hospital. He's got broken ribs and a punctured lung from Dylan Brown putting his knees over him, which I thought probably should have been a sin bin. And then, I guess, the main one, Marata Niukore with a shoulder charge to the head of James Tedesco. How this wasn't a sin bin, I do not know. It was a blatant sin bin. It was a shoulder charge to the head. It could have even been a send-off, but the bunker, they missed a lot of things like the bunker. They were shocking. So, Marata Niukore, he'll be getting 4 to 6 weeks, I reckon. He's in a lot of trouble for that. And also, the Micah Sevo no try. Don't even get me started on that. I mean, obstruction, you've got to be kidding me. Sam Walker was nowhere near getting to that. That was ridiculous. But we'll go through the game, man. Don't even start me on that obstruction no try to Sevo. But the first try of the game went to Matt Ikavalo. He scored a try in the 4th minute for the Roosters. It was a nice try in the corner. And then Blake Ferguson scored for the Eels in the corner. So it's, was it 6-4 in favour of the Roosters or something? And then I think 6-4 Roosters. And then Ikavalo scored again. And then Cartwright scored for Parramatta. And then Cartwright scored again for Parramatta. So at half-time, Parramatta led 18-10 over the Roosters. It was a very good first half of football. Both sides were going at it. Roosters were getting all these injuries. I don't know how Tedesco passed the HIA. A shoulder charge to the head. I don't know how you managed to pass a HIA test for that. I mean, normally a shoulder charge to the head, normally you wouldn't be back on the field. So maybe there'll be an investigation into that. I'm not too sure. But Eels, they were in control at half-time. 18-12, I mean. Sorry about that. 18-12 half-time. Favourite Parramatta, the Roosters, they were in the game, but they just couldn't, they're losing players everywhere. Everyone was getting injured. And then in the second half, Opachek scored. Parramatta go out to a 24-12 lead. I'm thinking, do the Roosters have any juice left? Can they stay in the contest? And they did, through Matty Cavalli scoring his third try. He scored all the tries for the Roosters tonight. 24-18. Roosters are coming. Parramatta are sort of, I wouldn't say they were panicking. They were quite relaxed, in my opinion. The Roosters, they were trying hard. And then Dylan Brown scored. A field goal from Mitchell Moses. In my opinion, that field goal just sucked the juice out of the Roosters out there. They really sucked the life out of them. And then 5 minutes to go, Dylan Brown just runs straight through, scores, and the Parramatta Eels get the win. 31 points to 18 over the Roosters. Now, good game of footy for a while there, but Parramatta a little bit too good. The Roosters, they just kept losing players everywhere. Some of the Eels players I thought were good tonight. Clint Gutherson was outstanding. Ferguson was good. Campbell Gillard and Paul A were very strong in the middle. Papali'i, Sean Lane and Madison, they were all very good. The Eels bench, I thought Oregon Kafusi had a very strong game. Cartwright as well, scoring 2 tries. He was quite good. For the Roosters, I thought Matty Cavalli was probably their best player. I thought he was great. I thought Sam Walker was solid. Isaac Liu was okay. Hargraves was good. Radley obviously got injured, which didn't help him. C.Y. Takiao had a good game as well. The Roosters, they tried hard, man. It was a very tough challenge for them with all the injuries. But I thought they were quite brave tonight. And the Eels, they get the win. 31 points to 18. There'll be a lot of confidence there for the Eels going into the Warriors game next week at Magic Round. As for the Roosters, well, they're playing the Cowboys next week at Magic Round on Saturday night. The question is, who's going to be available for the Roosters? Is anyone going to be fit to play? Joseph Sawali could make his debut next week. We'll soon find out on Tuesday when the team has come out. But the press conference from Cam Robinson will be quite interesting to hear. I'm actually going to go listen to that after I finish this review. But, the Roosters, man, they're just losing players all the time. It's not looking good for them. But for this game, my top 3 players on ground, I'm going to go number 3, Matty Cavalli. I thought he had a very strong game, scoring a hat-trick for the Roosters. Number 2, I'm going to go with Clint Gutherson. I thought he was very good, Clint Gutherson, tonight. And number 1, my man the match. Agree or disagree, it's up to you. I'm going to have a Junior Paula. I thought he was very good in the middle. I thought he was a handful. His offloads were very good, and I thought he had a really strong game. So Junior Paula, guess my man the match for the Eels and Roosters game. But guys, that's it for the Friday Night Football review. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon for the Super Saturday pre-show for all 3 games. Until then, guys, have a good night, and I'll see you guys in the next one.